she knows she bad. But what's new? Maybe the baddest. I want you, girl. I gotta have it. What it do, girl? You cool, girl. Play by the rules, girl.
Okay, y'all, so I'm finally back and I'm really serious about doing this YouTube stuff. So, okay, we're gonna do our first story time. And I had did a poll like a couple months back on Instagram, and I was like, do y'all want me to do a story time on being pregnant as a teenager or adapting to being a teen mom? So, y'all wanted to do being pregnant as a teenager. But I decided to just do both since it's kind of like the same thing. But anyways, let's get it. So anyways, being pregnant at 19, because technically I'm 20, but I was pregnant at 19, had my baby at 19, and I turned 20 in February, had my baby January 9th. Okay, rewinding back to when I first found out I was pregnant. Okay, when I first found out I was pregnant, I was working at a daycare. I was in school and just doing normal teenage stuff, you know, like going out with my friends and just enjoying life. Like, I'm a teenager. I just graduated high school, all that good stuff. Okay, so when I found out I was pregnant, like I said, I was working at a daycare, and moral of the story is people say that if kids are attached to you, then you're pregnant. And like all the babies, they were like always up under me, like they loved me. They was like, Miss Ty, Miss Ty, Miss Ty, like. And my coworker was like, Ty, are you pregnant? And that went on for about a week and a half. I was like, man, no, I'm not pregnant. I can't be. Like, no, don't put that on me. So then one day, me and my best friend got for it because she was working with me, and she was like, Ty, let's just take a pregnancy test. Just, I don't know if every girl does this, but we just took pregnancy tests just because. I don't know, that's kind of crazy and it's kind of weird, but we was like, we just gonna both go home, take a pregnancy test, and you know, get some laughs out of it, basically. So when we got for work, we had went to the mall. Y'all got my lashes done, everything. Like, it was payday, it was Friday, it was payday. So we cashed our check, got our lashes done, we just blow up some money. So then after that, went out to eat. Then we went to our homes. My best friend stayed literally up the street from me. So I went in the bathroom. The first thing I did was take my pregnancy test because I had to pee. And so I took the test. And as soon, when I tell y'all, I'll draw like a tiny bit of pee on that. And usually they be like, wait a couple minutes, or like, I don't know, some 60 seconds. I don't know. But you're supposed to wait. But when I tell y'all, as soon as I dropped like a tiny bit of pee on the test, the thing said positive, and I was just looking at it mad crazy. I was like, hold that thought. Okay, so I'm sorry. He had woke up. But anyways, I was just looking at the test mad crazy. I was like, what? I'm pregnant. So then I text my best friend, and I was like, best friend, I'm finna come over. Like, right now, y'all. I was bawling. I was crying. And I was just confused. I was like, oh, so this for real, for real. So, yeah, I went to my best friend's house, and I told her. And mind you, my mom was home when I took the test, but she didn't know I was going to take the test or whatever. And, so I didn't even talk to her when I got in the house, which I thought, like, I knew she thought something was going on anyway, because I just walked in the house, went to the bathroom, peed, then I left. Like, no, hey, no, how you doing? No, none of. Hold on. Yeah, so you see, he don't want me to do my video, but yeah, it was no hey, no, none of that. So I know she was like already thinking like something weird is going on. Like, but I went to my best friend's house and I was just crying. I was confused. I was like, man, what am I gonna do? For one, I don't believe in abortions. I don't got nothing against people who do, but no, not for me. So already I'm on, game plan. So I had let her know, and then I was like, let me tell your mom just to see how she's gonna react or whatever, because yeah, I just need to know how I can. So I'm already like, I'm gonna tell my mom how just how I'm going to tell my boyfriend. Like, it was just too much. It all happened just too fast. So boom, I let everybody know basically. Like, I let my mom know the next day. I told my boyfriend that night, and yeah, it just went from there. So now we're gonna talk about actually, being pregnant. I'm just gonna fast forward like to maybe 2 months, because when I found out I was pregnant, I went, to the doctor and all that good stuff. I was already like, I want to say a month, which is crazy. When I found out, I was like already a month. And then so at my 2 months, I started having like a little complications. I was like, straight like bleeding. You're not supposed to bleed. You can spot, but you're not supposed to bleed. So therefore, I was bleeding. I was just worried about it. So I went to like this hospital. I had went to this hospital or whatever, a local hospital, and they had checked me out and said they're like, you're still pregnant, but it's a possibility that you're going through a miscarriage. And that's the most devastating news to hear, being that I only had went to one appointment. It wasn't the real appointment. It was just when you go to the health department to confirm that you're pregnant, so you can go get an OBGYN and all that stuff. I only went to that appointment, so I haven't seen my baby. I haven't heard no heartbeat. I just knew I was a month pregnant. So therefore, just hearing all that stuff, like I could be miscarrying, it was very heartbreaking. Like, it was just depressing, low key. Like, it was crazy. And then so I finally went to my real appointment. I let them know, my OBGYN, that I was bleeding and what the doctor said. And it was like, no, like, you can't just say that somebody's miscarrying and you haven't, did any test or anything. So you tired, but you haven't did any test or anything. So that was like, just don't worry about that. So I went to the hospital that's referred to me by my OBGYN, which is next to where my OBGYN is at, and I did like blood work, all that good stuff. And it turns out my baby was healthy, and I was so happy. I was so freaking happy. So, but going through that little thing, because I went through that for about 2 weeks. Like, I had to be 2 weeks thinking that I'm miscarrying. I'm still working at the daycare and all that stuff. So it was just a lot on me at that time, and I was in school. You don't want it. And I was in school, and it was just crazy. Like, so that was like kind of a down or whatever. A up was that I had support. Like, everybody supported me. My mom supported me, my sister, my brother, my sisters, y'all. My brother, my boyfriend, his family. It was just like filled with love. My pregnancy, my whole pregnancy. A struggle would be trying to maintain work and school, being that that I was going through, like morning sickness and all that stuff. Because, before that, I was like sick, y'all. I just thought I had the stomach virus. I think a lot of girls think they have the stomach virus when they're pregnant. It's crazy, but yeah. So I was always sick. And another thing is with work, it was kind of down because I didn't want to tell nobody I was pregnant until I got out of my 3 months, because the first 3 months are the risk, what is it called? Basically, you're at risk for anything to happen the first 3 months of your pregnancy. So I didn't want to tell anybody I was pregnancy. I didn't want to tell anybody I was pregnant, because anything could have happened. It's like, it wasn't guaranteed at that point. So I didn't want to tell everybody my business. So yeah, I didn't want to tell everybody my business, like, and I felt like I was entitled to that. I felt like I didn't have to tell anybody that I was pregnant. I knew what I could and couldn't do, so therefore it wasn't like no need for me to let anybody know I was pregnant at my job at that time. But when my 3 months were up, I was like, yeah, I was gonna tell somebody, like the people who needed to know at least. But anyways, being that my best friend worked with me, she ended up telling like some of our coworkers, and it got back to the manager, and she was just very negative and very just upset about it, and I don't know why. Um, I know she told me she never had the opportunity to have kids of her own, and I'm sorry, but I just felt like she was just, ever since that lady found out I was pregnant, like she picked and she poked and she just messed with me, and I wasn't going for it. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm gonna say something. Period. I'm gonna say something. So I think when she first found out, she was like, oh, you're pregnant? And I was like, yes, ma'am. And, and I was like, I was going to let you know once I got through this 3 month, stretch. And I was going to let you know that I was pregnant. But also, I felt like I was entitled to, my privacy. And you didn't have to know just right then. I know as an employer that you wanted to make sure everything was going about, the right way. And so if something did happen to me, it wouldn't be on you, and I understand that. But like I said, I was knowing, like I knew what to do. So you don't want me to do this video. So I knew what to do and all that stuff. But she was just so negative. She was like picking at me. She had gave me, I had to go on leave or whatever. It was like during spring break. I had to go on leave because she was like, she got to figure out what she's going to do with me, basically. But y'all, when I tell y'all, I be leaving, everybody knows working is not for me. And I feel like everybody go through that stage where they work and stuff. But working for somebody is not for me. I already knew that. So when she gave me my leave, y'all, I was happy anyway because we had a trip planned. It was spring break. So yeah, I left and I went on leave with no problem, no hesitation. I didn't give her no problem, nothing. I was like, okay, that's fine. Just let me know whenever you want me to come back. And that's that. Like, I wasn't pressed. I can't be pressed. I was okay. So then, during when, wow. During, spring break, I was in, Panama City, I think. And she had called me. She was like, oh, you can come back to work. No, sis, it don't work on your time. Are you throwing up? You just look at my hand. You throwing up or you look at my hand? Yeah, I throwing up, mama. This little baby, he don't want me to do this video. But during my vacation, that's when she called me and she was like, you can come back to work. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't come back because I'm out of town. But when I get back, we can make arrangements for me to come back, period. Because right now you're on my time. Because I feel like I was the hard worker. I did everything pregnant and all. You had no problems out of me. But you just wanted to pick when you found out I was pregnant. So, yeah, so now you're on my time, basically. Long story short, I went back, then a week later, she was on some other stuff, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let her fire me because at this point, I don't have the patience with this lady. I don't have it. It's gone. The respect is gone. Baby girl, come on. You're making me mad. But not for real. So, I got fired, which is okay, because I started back working and I got a new job. Yeah, I know I said working is not for me, but I had a game plan behind all this. My thing was to work my whole entire 9 months and save up some money. And I was in school and all that good stuff. And save up some money so therefore when it was time for me to have my baby and stop working for a little while, I had some backup. And being that I had a support system, my boyfriend and stuff, but everybody who do know me, they also know that I like having my own. Oh, so you just rude. But yeah, I like having my own. So therefore, I had a game plan. So I worked. I got a new job. And it went well. Like when I tell y'all, that was another down that the lady was picking at me at my job. But God has more, better, bigger plans. And I found a new job. And when I tell y'all, I worked all the way up until my 9 months like I wanted to. I actually stopped at 8.5 because I had some things going on with my pregnancy, but it wasn't nothing serious. It was just I had got put on bed rest because like I said, I did work all the way up until 8.5 months. So then after that, my baby was due January 12th, and I was at home chilling, and it had got like January the first week of January, and you know your appointments are when it's close to your due date. Your appointments are every week. So like the week before the 12th, he haven't came, and she was like, do you want to be induced or do you want to just wait it out and see when he gonna come? But it was already that week, and I was like, I already know he's not gonna come, so I got induced on January 9th. And yeah, I had this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby. Baby boy. And being pregnant as a teenager, it's not bad. I mean, I don't recommend anybody get pregnant if you know, but if it happens, it happens. It's beautiful. Pregnancy is a beautiful thing. And it's just amazing. Like, a woman's body can go through so much stress, so much pain, and it can just go right back. Like, it's crazy. I love it. I love being pregnant. Your pregnancy can be hard or whatever, and you're gonna have, like, you know, your ups and your downs, and it's just a roller coaster, but it's a ride that you would love, whether you wait when you know you're older and married, and or if it just happens now. It's amazing. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I'm very thankful for my little baby, my baby boy. His name is Jordan Amir Jones. He was born January 9th, 2019. And he's a healthy little boy. Like, it's amazing. It's crazy how I went from being, going through a miscarriage and to have this beautiful boy. Like, I'm going to insert videos and clips of me, while I was pregnant, and then when I had him until now. He's 2 months now, y'all. Big head little baby. He don't want to cooperate with me. But yeah, he's 2 months. He's a good baby, and I love him to death. So the next part of my video is being that I had him, is how I adapted, work, all that good stuff. And okay. So now that I had Jordan, I had waited my 6 weeks. You know, I stayed at home with him. He was not breastfed because I could not, y'all. That's one thing that's like, I don't know, you have to be really comfortable with. It's not weird. It is not, it's just something that you have to personally be comfortable with. And me, I wasn't comfortable with it at all. Like, I tried once, and no, it's not for me. But being that I had him, I waited 6 months. 6 weeks. I'm sorry, y'all. I waited 6 weeks, and I was at home with him every day. Me and my baby father, we stay in different households, but we were together, and he came and see him like every day, y'all know. So he loves this little boy, and I'm so blessed and thankful to have somebody, because you know, everybody, they don't work out, you know, but I'm so thankful to have him too. And anyways, within my 6 weeks, I adapted to him, because once you have a baby, it's not about you. Like, don't once think it's about you. It's all about this little bundle of joy that you brought into this world. So therefore, you're on his time. You eat on his time. He eats on his time. Like, everything is on his time. But I love it. Like, I wouldn't trade being a mom in the world. And when he first was born, he came home on time because he was healthy and stuff. And that first night, I was like, okay, he's gonna sleep in his bassinet. He has a bassinet or whatever. So I was like, he's gonna sleep in his bassinet, and everything's gonna be sweet. No, that's not the case. This baby is spoiled. He is spoiled. Even now, he sleeps with me. Like, they say that's not good or whatever, but it's really up to you and what you know that you're capable of. Like when I sleep, I do not move in my sleep. When he sleeps literally right up under me. So and that's the only way he can sleep is right up under me. And I'm okay with it. He just started sleeping through the night. Before that, he was on a 3-hour schedule, and I was okay with waking up every 3 hours, feeding him, changing him. It was a routine. Like I loved it. I love it. I still love it. So it's a routine for him. He wakes up every 3 hours. At that time, he had his circumcision and waiting on his umbilical cord to fall off. So you have to clean those areas and make sure they were all right. I did have a scare because his belly button looked like it wasn't healing, and it just y'all that little piece of umbilical cord that needs to fall out, it stinks because it's dead skin. I did not know that. Being the first time mom, everything scares you. It scares the crap out of you. It scares you. It terrifies you. Like, you just want your baby to be okay. So if you see or think that anything is wrong, you're rushing to the doctor. And that was me. And that still is me, but I need to work on that because it can be like little things. And I think something was wrong with him. Like with his umbilical cord, I was like, man, it just stinks. It's still bleeding. It's not healing. That's me in my mind telling me that. So then I was like, I took him to the doctor, and I was like, no, it just smelled like that because it's dead skin. Duh, Ty. It's dead skin. It stinks. Like, come on, sis. And they was like, his was healing weirdly, but basically had to go to his primary doctor, and they used nitrogen. It was a nitrogen. I cannot talk. Nitrogen stick that they just did that in his belly button, and it healed. It was okay. The next scare I had was he broke out really bad. Back in the day they call it highs and stuff, but it just seemed like it was getting worse. Like I will insert pictures. Like yeah, I was scared. I was terrified. I was like, why is my baby breaking out like this? I thought it was just something, I don't know. But it was really bad. His skin, his face was really like broken out really bad. It was really dry, flaky, peely. It was just no. So being the mom that I am, rushed him to the doctor. And the doctor was like, no, it's as he was like, back in the day they used to call it highs, but basically it's just that mommy hormones, female hormones, were inside of him and they were trying to get out. They were trying to get out. He's pulling my hair, y'all. He's mean. I'm just playing. But they were basically trying to get out of him. So therefore, females, they have breakouts and they get pimples. So therefore, Jordan. So therefore, they were trying to escape. So therefore, he got what females would get, which is pimples and breakouts. So therefore, I gave him a little bit of water too. He's irritable. I gave him a little water, and maybe a week or so, they went away. So yeah. So that's probably another thing you new moms want to look out for if they have breakouts and you have a son, because they only come. Hold on. So yeah, if your baby is a boy and he has highs, they start off as highs and then it gets real dry and flaky. That's what it is, and it's gonna go away. It may seem like it came quick, and it's gonna go away just as quick as it came. Like the doctor told me that, and that is true. It's just that when you just in there every day with your child, right under your child, watching your child, it seems like it's not going away at all. So if that happens and you have a boy, that is why. Your mommy hormones are inside your baby, and they just need to get out. So therefore, it comes out through their face, and then it goes away completely. You see, his face is beautiful. So yeah. The next thing I can talk about is the postpartum depression. I don't think I had postpartum depression at all. I did have my times where I felt like I just want to cry because I'm in the house. Like, is that depression? I don't know. But it wasn't never no like I want to harm myself or anything. It was just, I was just kind of sad because I felt like I'm at the house all the time. I can't get out the house. Like, it was just, that part was sad, yeah, but it was just the fact that he had to wait until he was 6 weeks old. And then we got out and we lived our best life. We still live our best life, period. But yeah, that was kind of depressing that I had to be in the house. After like the 5th week, I was like, I'm ready to get out the house. But it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. But women, they will suffer postpartum depression. And I don't think I did, though. Like, only having that little urge to want to get out, because it is kind of sad just staying in, one place for that long period of time when you're used to getting out. So that was my only thing. But other than that, being a teenage mom is not really hard. Like, you just have a responsibility. Excuse me, sorry. But you have a responsibility, and you just know that. Like, you have a responsibility. You have somebody to look after. This is your child. Like, you have to care for him or her. Like, and that's it. I'm on mommy mode all day, 24/7. It's amazing. And being a teenage mom, I would say, or being any type of mom, it's okay to let, your baby's family members get your child. I'm still struggling with this. Like, my boyfriend, he says all the time that I'm really attached to him. But it's just that I feel like I carried him for 9 months. I had him. I watched him that 6 weeks. Like, I just don't want him to go anywhere. And it's not right. It's not right at all. Because this is somebody's, nephew, somebody's cousin, somebody's grandson. Like, yes, let your kids go out with their, family members, especially because there's a lot of family members who don't want nothing to do with these babies. And if you have help, because you're going to need a break, let them get them. It's not going to hurt. Trust me, my son goes with his, his other family members, not his other family, but his other family members, Tootie. And he have a blast. They love him to death. And that's just another amazing thing. If you have support, you don't have to worry about nothing. And so, yeah. I feel like this part of me being a mom and having him and having a son at a young age, I love it. Do I wish I would have waited? Yeah, but it happened. So therefore, this is my blessing. Like, I have somebody to live for. As far as school though, I had stopped because the semester started in January and I had him January 9th. So y'all do the math. I had to stop, and but I'm going back. It's March now, and I plan on going back in May, so that's summer. I'm going to get my certificate in early childhood development, and then I'm going to go back in the fall, and I'm going to finish my degree plan, and then I'm going to graduate hopefully in May. And that's that. Like, y'all, life does not stop because you have a child. Don't let nobody tell you that. And hopefully, I don't know if I just talk randomly too. Ooh. I don't know if I just talk randomly too much, but hopefully y'all enjoy this video and y'all get a little insight of how it is being a mom. But to me, it's amazing. So yeah, it's your girl Tykeria, and I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on my social media accounts. They're gonna be listed below, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video and my son. So yeah, thank y'all.